This one was fun because I got to connect the books in a slightly different way. So I have the story of one woman that arcs all three books. And so that was a different way to sew the books together. So her story, she is a woman, Tabitha Schrock is a woman who left the Amish, got an education, became a veterinarian, got divorced, and then came back. And so for her, she can't remarry in within the Amish belief system because for the Amish, you can only remarry once your spouse dies. And so divorce doesn't count for the Amish, even if he's remarried somebody else. They're like, sorry, you've already taken your vows. So she has to sacrifice a lot in order to go home, but she really feels like it's the right thing to do is to go back. And so her story arcs all three books. The first book with Green Pastures is about her sister Amanda. Now, because her sister left the faith and was very dramatic about it, every time a guy got interested in Amanda and came by, her sister would come back to visit in blue jeans. Right, and just make everything difficult, and the guy would go, oh dear, this family, and then he would sort of lose interest and go away. So Amanda ends up being an old maid, and she hates this until she finds out there is a man in their community who is problematic in a lot of ways. He comes from a family of alcoholics. He himself was a drunk. She's pretty sure he stopped drinking. He has gone to the bishop and said he would like to find a wife. And she's heard the rumors of this. And she decides, what if I arrived at his hog farm with two Tupperware containers of my very best baking? Would he get the drift? And so this kicks off the book. So she arrives at his hog farm with two Tupperware containers of her very best baking. And it's, of course, you have lots of drama there because the family, his family is still trouble. And she's not used to that. And her family is going, what are you doing? So they're in panic mode. And but she is determined to get to know this guy because she's done everything by the rules up until this point, and it has not found her what she wants, which is a husband of her own. And so she just decides, you know what, I'm doing this my way, and we're going to see what happens. And so it's a big risk for her, but she just decides she's going to do it. So that is the first book. So Still Waters. I still have Tabitha Schrock. Tabitha has been getting to know this guy. She's been really quite falling for, but of course she can't do anything about it. And so she and Jonas are continuing to get to know each other and fall for each other entirely inappropriately. And so in that book, the main romance that we follow is a young woman who's come to help her grandmother to clean out the house and sell it because it's time for Mammy to move in with family. She needs the help. And she used to come and visit during the summers. And so she has a dear friend of hers, Danny Lapp, who lives around the same lake that her grandmother lives on. And so they're reconnecting. Now they both have interesting problems. For Beth, her father has recently passed away, and she realized she knows absolutely nothing about her father's childhood, like nothing. It's a black hole. She wants to know about her father's childhood, and everyone is being very weird about this. Right. Her mother is like, well, I don't know. He never spoke about it. Her grandmother is just tight lipped. She just will not say anything. So what's going on? Like, why will no one speak about her father's childhood? And she can't let this go. And they want her to make a decision for the church. And she's like, yeah, well, you don't even trust me with my own family story. And I'm supposed to commit my entire life. She's like, no, I need answers first. And so she's determined to get her answers. And she has a theory that her grandmother was a single mom. That's what she thinks. She thinks, you know what? It explains why grandma won't talk about anything to do with his birth and his young childhood. It explains why everyone is just going along with this and saying, oh, well, we just don't talk about that. And so that's what she thinks. This is her running theory that she goes into. Now, Danny, the now grown man down the way, his brother left the faith, and his brother is being problematic because he is telling anyone who will listen his version of his childhood. And it's not flattering to the Amish. And so this is really tough for Danny. And so while Beth is wishing her family would open up and speak more, Danny is wishing his would shut the heck up and stop being a problem. And so we sort of come at this at two different directions, right? The one who says, look, we need to be able to talk about things. And then the other where he's saying, you know what? Your perspective was just your perspective. I had a wonderful childhood. You had a wonderful childhood. You might not agree with, the way we do things as the Amish, but it's not right for you to go and trash us publicly. So they're coming at this at two different directions. And the story centers around trying to figure out what the big secret is with her family. And there is a very big, very juicy secret. And it's a fun story. I loved writing this one. I've been hearing back from a few people who have read it, and they're saying, "Oh my goodness, the ending! Like you do not see this coming." And also, that makes me very happy if I managed to really give a surprising ending.